Sanbonani, Dumelang, Absheni. Hello, everybody. My name is Nsabiseng Toteti. I am from Africa Kids Code, and happy Friday to everybody. Now, I'll be your host for today's topic. The topic is keep your family safe online. Now, if we're not covering the whole topic, please be free to ask questions. Now, we're going to have a lot of discussions regarding this topic for today. So, let's discuss the challenges on parenting in the digital age. Modern kids have never known a time when we couldn't connect to the entire world via the internet. In fact, they probably spend more time online than anyone else. Certainly, more than you as the parent. Ask yourself, how old were you when you got a hold of this kind of technology? Well, for kids today, the internet is becoming a part of growing up. Children being the fastest adapters of the technology, about 15 to 24 years old, typically outnumber the overall online population. The global proportion of young people aged 15 to 24 using the internet as about 71% is significantly higher than the proportion of the total population using the internet, which is 48%. Now, the internet is becoming more and more prevalent in the daily lives of our children and our own. Children will be online from an early age. We can limit how often, but it will happen. The children of today are growing up in a very different world compared to our generation. Most parents feel they know what teens are doing online, but teens don't think so. So here's a question. What are actually children doing online? Okay, I see someone saying they're connecting with friends and family. Someone is saying they're playing games. Okay, someone is saying they're probably downloading music. Well, do you feel you have a complete handle on what they're doing? Like, how do you monitor what they're doing online? Okay, I see someone is saying they check their website history. Okay, well, the children of today are growing up in a very different world compared to our generation. The digital technology has become a fundamental part of our children's lives. Your children need to understand these same principles apply online. Now, turn to your neighbor and for 2 minutes, introduce yourself, your name, and where you're from. What are the biggest concerns you're facing with keeping your children safe online? Now, I'll ask 3 members of the audience to share these concerns with me. Okay, I see someone saying controlling the content that they see, controlling the games, and I see someone saying complaining about screen time. Okay, well, you're not alone. Many more parents share the same worries and are searching for help. With so many concerns out there, this session will offer some tips on how to positively approach these. But the internet is a very vast place, and while some parents may approach these concerns by restricting or limiting access to the internet, it may not be the best approach. Parents often forget the positive side to technology, and they should embrace it and reinforce it. We want to embrace the opportunity available for kids out there to use technology. You can get access to a wealth of information for learning, homeworks, and etc. There are also lots of interactive tools, games that can aid learning, some of which can be done with parents. Where to find opportunities for work? From start a blog to following your favorite artist on Instagram, the internet can be a great way for young, inspiring creativities to get started. However, the internet remains a complex place, which was not built intentionally for children and is not regulated as other children's services. Now, set digital ground rules for family, discover and manage family friendly content, protect your family online privacy and security. Every family is different, and therefore, the limitation, restrictions, and guidelines you want your family to live their digital lives should be up to each individual of the family. Setting ground rules can help you enjoy the best of the internet while understanding that there's a limit where the good of the internet can become a negative impact if abused and overused. Now, what kind of ground rules do you currently set for your family online? I'll give you about 3 to 5 minutes to answer these questions. In your household, whether it's TV, devices, at dinner table. Okay. Well, there are three main activities we recommend setting ground rules. These include screen time, the kind of information you share, and the way you behave online. We will go into depth on each of these topics now. Establishing your family values. Consider managing their behavior by establishing how you expect them to act online, treating others as they want to be treated, and saying online they what they would say face to face. It's a great place to start. Sorry. Now, screen time. How do you currently approach screen time with your children? Are you good with screen time yourself? Well, there are positive and downsides of screen time. Well, the positive are to complete homeworks, search for information online, and in some schools, complete and submit work remotely. So, connect with friends and family, keep in touch, and share what's happening. Now, the downsides are screen time affects your sleeping time. Sleep cycles are affected by blue light from screen, taking our brains into thinking it is still daylight, making it difficult to sleep, and could encourage antisocial behavior, health issues. There are concerns that children are spending less time outdoors and with peers because they are on their devices. Now, not all activities are created equal. Take the time to access what particular activities that your child is doing can help or hinder their development as they grow. What kind of activities would you like to limit your child's time on? Well, what kind of activities would you like to see your child do more of? Do your child show a tendency towards any particular app or program? Now, we are extra protective when it comes to families. So, we take care of your youngsters' users by providing parents with the best support to help their children enjoy quality content that parents feel good about it. Well, introducing Family Link. Family Link helps parents to manage their children's Google account. Now, how do you use Family Link or setting up Family Link? You'll first create a Google account for your child or your family member. If your child is under 13, Google will prompt you to link your email with theirs. Follow the prompts to accept the terms and conditions. Download the Google Family link for children from the App Store. The child will then be asked to sign in with their Google account. The app will then prompt the caretaker to sign in using the email address and password. The caretaker will be prompted to download the family link for parents on their own devices. The caretaker will be prompted to activate the family link manager. Now, family link helps you to manage the app your child uses, temporarily locks your child's device at different time of the day, sets screen time limits, locks a child's device remotely, manage their device or hide specific apps whenever it's time to play, study, or sleep. Well, for example, bedtime. Set a bedtime routine to lock your child's phone while they sleep. Homework or dinner. Lock devices immediately so they can focus on the activities like studying or spending time with family. You might decide the right amount of screen time for your child. Depends on what they are watching, playing, or learning. Use Family Links app activity reports to see which app your child is using most. Now, here are some extra things to consider when setting limits around screen time. Set limits that change over time. Set rules for your children's accounts, such as content filters and time limits, and let your child know that these may change as they get older. Settings should revolve over time. Don't just set it and forget about it. Keep an eye on usage. You might decide the right amount of screen time for your child depends on what they are watching, playing, or learning. Use Family Links app activity reports to which apps your child is using most. Support quality time online. Most experts suggest that we should focus more on what children are doing online and less on how long they are online. Encourage them to engage with games and apps that teach them creativity and problem solving skills. How do you talk to your child about screen time? Now, with these questions, how to allow time for homework and not social media, how to keep a positive relationship with screen time, not using it as a punishment. What do you do if your child only wants to spend time online? Now, parents, how do you approach this following questions as your issues? Answers. Now, of course, it's important for children to know and understand why finding screen time balance is important. For that reason, we'd like to suggest using these 3 discussion points for talking about screen time with your children. Does technology ever prevent you from being present? To begin, talk about how devices can sometimes cause people to miss out on things that matter to them. Touch on times when you weren't fully there for a particular moment because you were on your phone, and ask your kids if they've observed others, like friends or family, not being fully present with the people around them. Have your kids also experienced a time when they were distracted from an important moment because of technology? How did they feel about it afterwards? Were they on a particular app or game when it happened? And have they noticed a pattern in their own activity? How does screen time affect focus and why does it matter? What are the times and places your family feel it's important to be focused? Is it during homework? While spending time with one another? Talk about how to approach technology during these times. When you want to keep your attention on a task, reflect on what balance feels like, not only for your child, but for the whole family. Then look to apply that concepts to the times and places throughout their day. Reflect on ways to control screen time. Allow your children to help you come to a solution on how to balance their own screen time. The digital age has made it super easy to share information online as we are able to connect with friends and families through our mobile and social media. However, with this accessibility come great consequences. Can you think of any negative consequences from the freedom of expression sharing online has given children? Well, I see someone saying digital footprint, someone saying invasion of privacy. Okay. Okay, another one is saying social comparison. Well, creating rules around what to share will help your family be more aware to manage their information online, such as photos or private information. Now, here are some discussion points we recommend for talking to your family about the consequences of sharing too much online. Teach them about their digital footprint. Together with your child, search online for yourself or a musician that they love and talk about what you find. You may want to check the results in advance. Talk about what others can learn about you from these results and how you develop a digital footprint online. Secondly, help minimize social comparison. Make sure that your child knows that what friends share online is just one part of the whole story. And it's usually the highlights. Remind them that everyone also has boring, sad, and embarrassing moments that they don't want to share. Teach them about oversharing. Brainstorm solutions for oversharing, such as taking down what was shared or fixing privacy settings. If it happens, help keep things in perspective. Some embarrassing moments are serious, but others are just good learning moments. Establish your family values online around harassment and bullying. Be clear about how you expect them to act online, treating others as they would want to be treated, and saying online only what they would say face to face are a great place to start. Talk about the meaning behind someone's words and encourage positivity. Talk about tone of voice and remind the children that it's easy to misinterpret someone's meaning online. Encourage them to assume good intent and talk to a friend directly if they're unclear about someone's meaning. Talk about how good it feels to send a and receive positive messages online. Consider using one of your own apps together to send a positive comment or message. Now, family values. The internet offers entertainment for everyone. Many of us spend our time on the internet through laptops, smartphones, and our iPads. The internet gives us the access to entertainment we seek online, gaining new experience, watch videos, view photos, and experience new topics and areas of interest online. Online services, the internet provides the services like email, online banking, online shopping worldwide. Business owners use the internet to connect with customers online, whilst online shopping enables someone in America to buy things in Asia, Africa, or anywhere connected through some simple clicks of the mouse. The internet is a big reason behind us spending so much time on these gadgets. The internet brings many opportunities to those who choose to use it. Now, questions? Okay. Explain in the section will demonstrate where possible the tools that can be used to filter and control what can be seen online. Now, how do children use the internet? What kind of apps do they use and what kind of content do they consume? Many of these they come across will depend on your child's age and maturity level. Get a sense of which of these are most worrying to parents and how do they currently monitor if their children has came across these. It can be difficult to monitor what your child is viewing as they can access these material through any internet enabled device, including mobile ones such as phone or tablet. Now, Family Link provide a comprehensive set of features for finding and managing family-friendly content. Set content restrictions in Google Play through Family Link. Blacklist or whitelist specific websites. Set filters for webs browsing. And turn Safe Search and off with Family Link. If you are using Google Chrome browser, available as a free download, there's a feature that lets you create different account profiles for supervised users and managers, giving you complete control of how your children use the internet. Safari has built a restriction settings you can activate to block adult content. Firefox and IE also have verifying parent control you can activate. You can go one step further. On certain websites and internet platforms, such as Google, YouTube, and iTunes, you can switch on a family friendly filter that should identify and filter out potentially mature content. Once again, there are no flaws systems, so it makes sense to use this alongside other potential parental controls. Google Safe Search is one of the primary parental control options offered by Google to help parents police search results. Safe Search helps to filter mature and parental explicit content out of search results. Note, YouTube is not available for children under the age of 13. Turn on Safe Search. Go to Safe Search and the Safe Search filters. Check or uncheck the box next to Turn on Safe Search and the bottom of the page. Select Save. YouTube restricted mode. YouTube community guidelines include guides on nudity or sexual content, hateful content, harmful or dangerous content, and violent or graphic content. Whilst YouTube work hard to ensure all videos meet their community guidelines due to the high volume of content uploaded to the site each day. There is a risk that some videos will break these guidelines and still be available to view. Additionally, just because something is exceptional under the guidelines doesn't mean it's automatically appropriate for users of all ages. Restricted mode is there to help protect the YouTube experience when you are watching YouTube content together. When enabled, you will also be not be able to see the comments on the video that you watch to avoid any unwanted discussion. Well, please note, YouTube requires account holders to be 18, but a 13-year-old can sign up with a parent's permission, as many young people may access YouTube with their parents' permission, but may still view content not in their parents' presence. We ensure we are equipping you to protect your family's viewing experience. YouTube Kids. YouTube Kids is a specialized video app. The app tailored towards children with specially curated content, parental controls, and filtering. YouTube Kids is the first Google product built from the ground up with kids and families in mind. The YouTube Kids app offers more content YouTube experience for kids. The content is generated by YouTube creators by users, but uses the power of Google system to try filter out content that may not be appropriate for kids. You can read more about the option for parental control at www.youtube.com/kids. Introducing Read Along. Now, Read Along is an Android app developed to aid kids in grade 1 to 5 to learn to read confidently, anytime, anywhere using their own voices. Now, it is a speech-based reading app that encourages children to read aloud, just the way they naturally do, making it an engaging way to learn to read. Read Along uses Google's existing speech recognition and text to speech technology that powers the Google Assistant to serve a personalized reading tutor for kids and works even when completely offline. The helpful app, IP-powered reading bubbly, Dia, also encourages them by providing positive reinforcement when they read correctly and helps out by giving suggestions when they don't. Now, the benefits of Read Along is that it is independent reading with friendly assistant, global collection of stories, playful learning, get better every day, personalized profiles, you learn without Wi-Fi, private and secure. Sorry. Dia is an expressive animated so that the child can follow along. As children do read aloud, Dia detects if a child is struggling with a passage of or text and is able to provide positive reinforcement or help. Children can ask Dia at any time to help them read a sentence or pronounce a word they don't know or understand. Users can tap on any word to hear it pronounced. When they practice reading a word, the app will show them if the word read correctly by making it green. For non-native speakers of a language, Dia explains the meaning of the word or the sentence in the native language or on tapping for help. The app tracks the progress of the sentence and proactively offers support if it detects that the user is struggling. Read Along offers 100 stories per language with recommendations. Books can be downloaded and read offline. Users can collect rewards and awards to drive learning. Learn to read with the magic of your voice. Now, in case they haven't been mentioned, here are some other ways you might approach. Start a conversation. Talk to your child about what they might find on the internet. Help them understand that sometimes they may come across things that they prefer or you prefer not for them to see. Encourage them to come and talk to you as an adult. Well, think before you click. Help your child understand that clicking on pop-ups or links in unsolicited emails that offer things that are too good to be true may end up in them accessing content they didn't intend to see. Teach them to ignore pop-ups. Supervise if you can, may be ideal for younger children. If you can try to be in the same room as your child when they are online. That way you can keep an eye out for what kind of content they are accessing. Now, questions if you have. Questions? Okay. Protect your family's security and privacy. What is the most popular social media platform for kids? We are live online. We live online. Sorry. Children as well as adults like to post pictures online. Our online profiles also share a lot of personal information about us, as such as age, school, location, activities we like. Unfortunately, this type of information only helps scammers and groomers to manipulate children. With children removing the privacy settings, that leaves a lot of information open on the web for anyone to use. We all know you care about your family's security online. What affects your child also affects the entire family. What kind of dangers to both your family and your own security exist when participating on online activities? We are going to cover three topics: stranger danger, identity theft, and cyberbullying, also known as online grooming. As grooming is a word used to describe people befriending children in order to take advantage of them for sexual purposes. It's easy to pretend to be someone online on the internet. So, children can sometimes end up having conversation with people whose real identities they may not know. Grooming may be hard for parents to recognize because it can happen when children are at home. Also, groomers may specially warn children not to talk to anyone about it. Online groomers are not always strangers. In many situations, they are they may already know or have met them through their family or social activities and use the internet to build rapport to or with them. Sometimes children don't realize they've been groomed and think that the person they're talking to is their boyfriend or girlfriend. Well, you may want to investigate further if you see your child exhibiting any of these signs, being secretive about who they are talking to online, you switching screens when you come near the computer. Grooming can be a tricky subject to talk about. A good way is to say you've read a story about this happening and ask them if they know if any of their friends have experienced any similarity. Number one, talk about the risk. Make sure your child knows that not everyone online is what they say they are. Encourage them to come talk and to come talk to you if you are not sure about the identity of someone online. Agree to the rules. Discuss with your family about where you stand on sharing information with strangers online, keeping secrets from parents, and boundaries to individual privacy. Sharing pictures of their bodies, houses, or friends, meeting with friends they've met online on an offline space. Well, stay engaged. From time to time, view their social media together. You or a family member might want to be their friend online to ensure they are making sincere choices. If you do friend them, watch and observe rather than taking part. It's important to note just like adults, children may be at risk of having their identity stolen online and misused. It can be difficult to maintain a child's privacy as they may not understand what information is safe to share online or what difficult privacy settings are on the sites and devices they are using. If a child's identity is stolen, it may not be noticed for many years and could, in some cases, lead to a child being a victim of blackmail, grooming, or bullying. You may start to suspect your child's identity has been stolen if they, one, get a bill for something they haven't ordered, start to get emails from an organization they don't recognize, receive letters regarding government benefits or tax payments. Check their online privacy settings. Go through the privacy settings with the child to every social media network they are using. Agree with them that they'll share and with whom. Check their devices settings. Check the privacy settings on their smartphones and tablets devices. Things to look out for are whether they are set up for location services, sharing of contact photos, calendars, Bluetooth sharing, microphones, videos, and advertising. See our section on safety pages of the main devices. Find out what is really out there, already out there. Sorry. Search your child's full name in several search engines and see what information and photographs are public. Use platforms like Deceit Me to check their online exposure. Take action and go incognito. Website on which they appear to remove inaccurate comments or photographs when using public computers. Your child can use incognito browsing. Personal privacy and security are just as important online as they are offline. Privacy settings need to be updated across any platform that your child may be using. Most social media platforms that they may be using will have privacy settings that you can update. Here are some examples of social media platforms that you can be able to as you, and they will have privacy settings that you can update to protect their data and digital footprint. Now, are you familiar with these platforms? Your YouTube, your Facebook, your Snapchat, your TikTok. Have you updated your own privacy settings on each of these platforms? Okay, I see some yes coming in. YouTube is a little different to the others in that you change the privacy settings on the videos. Open your YouTube app and click on your profile icon to access account menu. Choose your channel. Choose the option button next to any video. On the privacy settings, choose between private, unlisted, or public. Unlisted means that you can share the video through a link but won't be available to people who are just browsing. Great. If we look down our security settings, sorry, anyone able to hack into an account has totally access to all of our information. Furthermore, once one account is hacked, a scammer can use this information to influence others. Therefore, one of the best protection against fraud is a strong password. Not all passwords are created equal, and many passwords are easily guessed by hackers. It's a good idea to protect both yours and your child's identity by ensuring that your passwords match the strong password standard. Follow these tips for a strong password. Make your password unique. Use a different password for each of your important accounts, like your emails and online banking. Reassuring password, Reusing password for important accounts is risky. If someone gets your password for one account, they could access your email address and even your money. Make your password longer and more memorable. Long passwords are stronger. These tips can help you create longer passwords that are easier to remember. Try using a lyric from a song or poem, a meaningful quote from a movie or speech, a passage from a book, a series of words that are meaningful to you. Use letters, numbers, and symbols. This is very important, but also might be harder for you to remember. You can set up recovery info to avoid getting locked out if you forget your password. Avoid personal information or common words. Avoid creating password from into that others might know or could be easily guessed. Example, your nickname, your child's name, your pet's name, your important birthdays or ID numbers. Now, what is cyberbullying? About 47% of children interviewed reported experiencing some of digital harassment. Now, what do you think cyberbullying is? How is it different to other forms of bullying? Well, Bullying has changed as the digital world encourages more children to take to social media and anonymous messaging apps to share their experience and manage relationship. Cyberbullying differs from traditional bullying in that it just doesn't take place at school or in the street. It can enrich into the homes as children spend time online using phones, tablets, or computers. This is a new form of bullying that many parents are not familiar with. One of the biggest difference between cyberbullying and face-to-face bullying is that it can be hard to get away from. Young people could be bullied anywhere, anytime, even when they're at home. You hear various different words used in the contents of cyberbullying, so it helps to know that what each of these means. Can you explain to me each of these terms? Go through them one by one, build a discussion around ways of approaching each. How do we know where to tell if this is occurring? Now, number one, harassment, targeting an individual or group with persistent and offensive messages, which could develop into cyber stalking. Sorry, outing, publicly sharing personal, private, or embarrassing information, photos, or videos about someone online. Trolling, deliberately posting proactive and insulting messages about sensitive subjects or inflicting racism or misogyny on an individual. While bans, not really serious about it. Kids could be cruel but get away with it by saying it was just bans or fun. While roasting is ganging up on an individual online and sending offensive abuse until the victim is seen to crack. Grifting, abusing and engaging people through online, angering them also. What to look out for? You may start to suspect your child is being bullied online if stop using their electronic devices suddenly or unexpectedly, seemingly nervously or jumpy, reluctant to go to school or take part as usual into their social activities. If you become aware that your child is being cyberbullied, there are a number of things you should aim to do straight away. Now, the do's: find out why, talk it through, teach by example, l- learn from it. The don'ts: don't get upset, don't ignore it, don't condone it, don't take away their devices. What are some ways you would bring up bullying with your children? Questions? Comments? Well, here are some tips and resources. Explore the Google Safety Center. Help children be smart, confident explorers of the internet worldwide. Well, be internet smart. Share with care, be internet smart. Don't fall for fake, be internet alert. Secure your secrets, be internet awesome. It's cool to be kind, be internet kind. When in doubt, talk it out, be internet brave. Now, be internet awesome. Be internet awesome. Help children to practice skills they need to be confident online, explore in a free and easy to navigate games. Helps parents to get involved through family activities. This allows parents to encourage their children to learn about the internet in a fun way. That is the interland, sorry, of being internet awesome. Now, Digital Wellbeing Family Guide, created to help you talk about technology with your family through productive conversation and help you identify healthy habits that work for you and your family. It's important not to bury our heads in the sand about technology. When parents say, don't do social media or don't get Snapchat, it's asking to leave a children to cross a busy road without training, and so parents are missing golden opportunity to keep children safe and informed. Experts recommend we become digital moms and digital dads and navigate the online world alongside our children. Conversation about digital safety should be a two-way street too. Talking about benefits and dangers in balance is the best way to maintain an open dialogue. Here are four simple ways to help build the conversation on online security. We covered a lot today. Although it's a lot to take in, there are plenty of resources available to you to reinforce the learning from today and after extra help and offer extra helpful tips and guidelines. Digital family well-being provides information, discussion points, and activities for you to help set ground rules with your children about device users, find positive content, responsible use of social media. Most importantly, provide opportunities for you to talk about these issues with your children. Digital Well-Being Family Guide. Tips and guides about setting ground rules with your family and having discussions about the things that might matter to you and your family. YouTube Kids is an app specially designed for kids. Make it easier for children and parents to find content they are interested in. The Family Link Guide, intermatters.org, guide to settings up Family Link. Understand all the control and settings you can alter. Download a Family Link from Google Play. The Fishing Quiz. The Fishing Quiz is an interactive game that tests your ability to check if content is real or sperm. This is just as useful for the parents as well as the children. What was your key takeaway from this session? Answers? Okay. Well, thank you guys for participating in this session today. It was a lovely audience that I had today. Thank you so much. I'm sure the session was helpful as much as it helped me also in future. For parents, please do look at what resources you would like for you and your family to use. Now, for me in Tabi saying from Africa Kids Code, I'm saying goodbye. Until next time, happy Friday and happy weekend.